What's the word?
Wow, we did it again. We had no sound. No, there's sound now. I forgot to turn it on.
Bruh!
We're good now. We're good. Well, as they get ready to take the green.
Well, Brian, we've been talking for 6 laps and no one was able to hear us. Just wasting all of that precious oxygen.
You see Zach Deuscher on the bottom, able to get that car to stick. But Will, I do
No, but
believe
he had a bobble though, so a lot of throttle control if you're down there as far as Deuscher was trying to make it stick. Not a lot of rubber laid down, it doesn't look like, Brian.
Mm-mm. Oof, what a send-in from Myers.
No, yes, Myers came from another area code, it looked like, just about. Deuscher really having problems with the exit of turn 2 at this moment in time, though. That is for sure.
You see Philip Bridgman attempting to make the pass on the 9 as they get side by side there. And they even it out. Wow, how
Yes, Myers was crowding. Yes, I think Myers was kind of crowding Bridgman on the exit of turn 4, so Bridgman had to let out of it more than he intended.
Oh, you see Zach get loose there?
Yes, Rongich had a big moment coming out of turn 2. Oh, he's in the wall. Caution is out down the back straightaway. He must have oversteered right into the wall. Littered, huge overcorrection. I thought he had it caught, and then all of a sudden, next thing we know, he caught it into the wall. You could see those tire marks. Maybe he went to go jab the brakes whenever he went to do that to catch it. That's probably whenever it yanked on him, possibly.
Well, that wouldn't have been a caution if he didn't stop there. He could have kept it going a little bit, but it's all good. But we're going to ride on board because that was close with Brianna. She about almost clocked him at last minute there. As we see here.
Yes, Jason Adams in the 43, right in front, now beside. Yes, indeed, that was a close one for the 71. It looks like these cautions, though, second caution of the night so far. The first caution, the race control or admins, whatever you want to call them, they got things going back to racing pretty quickly, so just have to see how quick we get back going here on this caution. But Shelton, I was going to say Shelton and Rongich, I believe they are advanced to the next round. So I believe they are. That's what the blue signifies. Green means that they are still fighting to go to the next round.
And they get ready to line back up here. Well, you know, these Cup boys, they always get their wrecking out early, and then next thing you know...
Most of the time, yes.
Got Brianna up there in the 12th. But yes, Shelton, Duggar, Myers, Deuscher, Bridgman is your top 5. Then you got Hunsaker, James, Skyler, Sanchez, and Selner will round out your top 10.
So Cindric just turned Harrison, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 15 minutes.
As they get ready to go back green here, I mean, as they're already green. Oh. Adams lost control there, but saved it. That bottom is sketchy, Will. In turn one, that bottom does not... The bottom of the track do not like these cars. These cars will get loose in 1 and 2. 3 and 4,
especially with the not... especially with not a lot of rubber laid down at the moment. English hard. Always is.
You see Brianna getting her in there.
Yeah, she is trying to break into the top 10. I believe she has.
Oh yeah, as you see Sellner there and Carver. And then the 91, the 88, and the 20 of Carter back there. As Brianna makes her name known to be there in the top 10. As these playoff guys behind her are duking it out.
Yeah, I would almost expect James Sellner to have a top 10 finish here tonight. Loudon seems to be a track that would suit a dirt racer like himself. I would have to suspect. Rongich and Duggar, or no, my bad, Judson and Rongich having a good battle there. Elbows out as always, it looks like, but Rongich trying to get into the 12th position. Can't seem to make that bumper wide enough, though. Ooh, Carver had to... Yes, not the first time we've seen this. Oh, trouble afoot just in front. Not sure who that was. We'll have to get a good replay of this.
Myers.
We got Zach Deutscher right in front. Oh, he just gets right around and gets right out from underneath him on corner entry. Possibly too much wheel into it, Brian.
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and get an in-car close-up of it. We can see.
You know, I was listening to a race the other night that Deutscher was a part of, and I kind of felt bad because the commentary team, I think he went in there and he went from, you can see the way he was arcing it and progressing down the track, and whenever he straddled the bottom seam, the car didn't like that, and it hit one of those bumps in turn one, and that's what propelled him right around. But back to Deutscher, the commentary team that he was racing in the other night was pronouncing his name wrong, and I almost wanted to say something about it, but I did not. Marley just unfortunately there at the Texas Christian University car could not get by that. That was just one of the things that the good Lord just didn't want to let go.
Yeah. Well, I saw Tyler's first mistake was downshifting in the third. When you're carrying when you carry all that momentum, that you can't downshift in third.
See, I wasn't really paying attention nor listening to his engine at the time. My apologies. So I didn't know or hear that he was downshifting. I heard some drivers may only downshift into fourth, so maybe it was driver error that he went all the way down into third. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. That seems very head scratchy at the moment, at least for me.
Look at Larry Blair, P10. Look at Lavin, P6.
Yes, both had to work their way through the field. Lavin, James Sellner as well, inside the top 10 now. But, yes, they have slowly worked their way up through the field. Deutscher is the race leader. Shelton came in and pitted. So, earlier I was told 44 and a half laps just sitting on pit road at idle. So maybe about 38 to 40 laps going full throttle or 100% commitment. And we've had 3 cautions in the first 21 laps of this race. Just have to almost wait and see how many more we might have. Duggar almost lets Deutscher get the best restart or the, just let him get out there. And Deutscher not really looking to have too many problems here tonight. Bridgman, he has stayed within the top 6 from the start of the race, it seems. He is having a decent go at it at the moment, but it is still early. Not even to the first quarter mark of the race.
Oh, yeah.
As you see there, Shelton in that 73 coming up through the field with the fresh tire. It's really making that outside lane work, putting some rubber down, and getting it to stick. Duggar has closed into Deutscher. So battle for the lead is ensuing, it looks like.
Something had happened to Phillip. He is off track.
Duggar has taken the lead from Deutscher. And yes, indeed, Phillip with a problem. Not too sure what is going on with the 48. Maybe he got loose here. And he did. Oh. But he was able to save it. He goes onto the road course portion of the track for the moment to get out of the way. Oh, Rogic having trouble again. Yes, he got loose coming out of turn 2, it looked like, yet again. He was down at the bottom of the track whenever we saw Phil and Myers around each other. Oh, that'll do it. Looks like not sure who that is in that car right
James.
there. Now, was it James who?
Brian?
What? Oh, okay. I didn't. Possibly James Bryan in the 52 got wicked loose coming out the corner and sent Rogic for a hayride. Randy looking to make some moves, trying to get into the top 10, but right at the center of the corner, the car started to walk the dog up the track, so really couldn't get it to turn at the center. I could see a lot of drivers struggling at that point of the turn at both ends of the track in the short runs that we have had.
Like I said, these boys tend to wreck a little bit early, and then they're able to maintain their ordeal.
Hunsaker is moved up into the second position. Deutscher, either too many heat cycles on the tire or something to that equivalent. He is just kind of falling off the pace a little bit. I don't think he's came in and got fresh tires yet. Some of these guys have. Just playing the waiting game, I guess you could say, Deutscher is. Or just doing his different strategy, doing his own thing. Shelton can't really get a run around him at the moment. Duggar doesn't have a huge lead, but he has a decent buffer. There's a decent battle, I believe, going on with Sanchez, Judson, and Bidinger for 6th, 7th, and 8th, along with this battle going on for 3rd position. More like a Formula One style battle where they're nose to tail, but they're unfortunately not close enough to make a move on no one. But Shelton applying a lot of pressure to the 21's back bumper as, we got a car spinning on the bottom of the track. That is Jacob Carter, who will lose a lot of ground due to that mistake, or maybe the car just catching him out on corner exit. Not the first driver or competitor we have seen getting caught out on the exit there of turn 2. Turn 2 seems to be the trouble spot.
Oh, yeah.
Sheldon finally disposed of Deutscher, gotten past him. Now, both incidences with Bridgman and Carter were significantly away from the racing area line of the track, so able to continue in that manner. Pretty decent run, just over 10 laps into this run. Jason Adams is out of the race as well in that 43 machine. I wonder if it was something mechanical or maybe just, just wasn't able to compete here tonight. That's unfortunate.
You see Shelton got by Duggar.
You mean Huntsacker?
That's it.
Okay. He's working on Duggar. He's trying to close that gap. Randy finally got back into the top 10. Still working on Lavin there in that 71 machine. It seems like she always has somebody to fight with the entire race. At the moment, it seems to be Randy. Last night, it was Bridgman, it seemed. Or, I think it was, yes. Hunsacker with a really good run tonight. I know it's only 35 laps into this race, but he's showing some good pace tonight here at New Hampshire. Very momentum-based track, I suppose you could say, but still, that just may come in to suit him. It just may come in to suit him. It just may come in to suit him.
Oh, yeah.
Larry Blair in the 93 is in pit road in the pits. That is unscheduled and untimely. He's also now out of the race. Oh, man. Maybe he will have better luck next week if he is able to show up.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps getting involved in that early crash just might have set him back a little bit. And just might have not been the same handling car that it was after.
You see there, Brianna Lavin letting Myers go by. Oh, Randy, no! Good save, wow, good checkup. By,
yes, excellent driving, Carber. Gotta have a lot of throttle discipline. Once you have gotten out of the throttle to turn into the corner, or you know, you are not in the throttle as much as you should be. You basically just gotta play with it until you can come off the corner, come out of the exit, and get planted down the straightaways. Similar like Martinsville, just a bit bigger. It's almost like super short drag strip straightaways. I guess you could compare it with. And then a little bit of brake, maybe a lot of brake, just depending on the tire and where you were at in the run, and just trying to get that nose to be planted to where you could turn it to the center of the corner, just get it to roll off as well. Shelton in the lead with Duggar in second, Huntsacker in the 34 in third place, Deutscher comfortably in fourth, Judson in fifth, rounds out the top five. Sanchez, Bidinger, Lavin, Coking, and Carber in the top
And
10.
caution.
Oh my goodness. Looks like Josh Small possibly went around here. This really helps the people out like Bridgman and Carter, who had trouble earlier in this run, and just unfortunately iRacing was like, yeah man, that's a caution.
Oh yeah. That is true. Those do happen.
Oh, let's go back, check on the real race. Any day now.
Well, we got an ad going, so for some odd reason.
An ad?
I don't know.
On
why.
what? On Twitch?
Yes.
Oh. Well, at the moment, I think Kyle Busch is safely into the next round, as Harrison Burton is up in the wall.
Yeah, I would say.
Inconsistency with their... Oh, never mind. I was going to say NASCAR and their inconsistencies, but they threw that caution. Oh, I guess they had to, because Eric Jones also had a problem. I love it. It's a race where multiple things are happening for them to throw a yellow. I love it. You get the 21 up in the wall, then you got the 43 doing a 43 thing. Ooh!
Well, as you see there, Shelton's now going to come into the pits.
Is that his teammate?
I think so.
I think that was Ty Dillon. Bruh.
Yes.
Bruh! Well, I mean, I guess if you're not driving there next year, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah.
Now, why is Jones stopped? What happened? What happened, bruh? You just want to push?
See there, Duggar now will take the lead again. Then Huntsaker, then Deutscher, then Judson,
somebody was
then
down on the
Sanchez.
infield. Oh, something wrong with Ty Gibbs's car. It's like, how many people does it take to check underneath the hood? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, that is way more than we need. It just needs some oil. Got to put this oil in the car.
Oh yeah. Well, as they get ready to go back to green here.
Yes, create a poll.
Have a little fun. As they get ready to come back to green here, and the green flag is out.
As you can see.
Oh,
Oh no, it's okay. It's no, it's fine.
Zach Deutscher gets a run off that bottom. I think he's the only one that can do it, really.
Almost think it's anyone's race as long as you can get out there and stay in the clean air, Brian.
Oh yeah, I agree, Will. That is for sure. Clean air is a big deal with these cars.
Pretty soon we'll have just 100 laps to go here. A handful of drivers out of the race, including Skylar Sixton. Very unfortunate for Skylar. 2 laps down, couldn't recover, and he just said, alrighty, I'm going to put her in the hauler.
As we come to lap 48 out of 150.
Sanchez got a good run on Judson. Let's see. Oh, no, he had to back off. Carter trying to make some gains. He's getting up past the 71 of Lavin. So that caution, like I said, really helped out the 20 and the 48. As the 20 does,
and then comes back.
I was about to say something to that effect. Top 4 cars all within a second of each other. Then you got Sanchez, 2nd and a quarter back. He's trying not to plow over Judson.
You got Roman
But still, yes, Rogic having a decent recovery at the moment, unless he makes another mistake here. Pulls out to attempt to pass his teammate.
as Jaden gets to run back to the outside.
That high side momentum. Oh, excuse me, but it looks like Rogic is going to get the pass done coming out of turn 2 this time. Deutscher applying a lot of pressure to the back of Duggar. I've got a mosquito bite on my forearm. Yes, Deutscher all over the back of Duggar. Hunsaker trying to stay with the front pair, but just maybe he could just be riding at this moment in time. As Judson makes a move on Hunsaker. As the battle for the lead gets turned up just a notch. Deutscher looking for a way by. Just under 100 laps to go here at New Hampshire in the BNR Cup Series. 150 miles here at New Hampshire, Loudon, New Hampshire. As Zach Deutscher looks for the bottom of a window of opportunity to get by the 90 of Duggar. You have Judson trying to get by Hunsaker. Sometimes I throw a T in there and sometimes I don't. what a great battle this is for the front of the field. First, all the way down to about fifth or sixth position there. Indeed, sixth position.
Oh, it's Hunsaker. Oh, man.
Oh, he had a big bobble. Oh, Rongich gets collected in the tank slapper. Looks like we're staying green, though, at the moment. That was a big moment indeed for 34 and the 88, both involved.
Wait a minute. Carver's in the playoffs. Why isn't he highlighted? Oh, we're about to fix that. Sorry. I know your caution. Let's see what happened. Somebody threw a yellow. I don't know what it's for. So.
Well, we'll re-rack them, restack them here, and maybe get a replay of said caution, but we don't know what it's for, so therefore the guys in the truck, aka us, don't know what it's for, so we won't get to see it. Probably, I'm assuming, for the wreck that wasn't a wreck that was a wreck, between the 34 and the 88, perhaps. I'm just going to jump to speculation. I'm not sure. So, for all we know, it could have been Josh Smalls going around again.
That is a possibility.
But looks like just about everybody except for a couple coming down pit road, Deutscher, Koking, and Bridgman, Smalls, Sellner, and Labin, I think all stay out. So five to six drivers stay out. The rest come in and pit. That's exactly
let's see
what.
if we can figure it out. And we'll just ride on board with this man here. Nope, so it was someone behind him. Oh. That was Carter and Carver.
So Carter and Carver. Looks like Carter had an overcorrection and shot across the track, and Carver just so happened to be his Ken Schrader. Not going to try to talk to no one tonight, Brian, or no, none of that?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Oh, okay. 21 points to the good Kyle Busch. That's what I like to see. Could both RCR cars be out? Well then.
Will you be fine?
Yes, you'll be fine. Hello.
Hello, Zach.
Hello.
How's it hanging out there tonight at New Hampshire?
Oh, it's a wild one. Cars are unpredictable.
Well, it looks, yes, very unpredictable, but it looks like you have some good pace.
Yeah, I can run that bottom better than most. I could tell 1 and 2, so we're hoping that's going to do us a benefit here.
Are you going to try to restart on the high side or the bottom?
Low side. I like that bottom now. Since I can run it, so we're going to keep going with it.
Alrighty. Well, you think you can hold them off and maybe just, yes.
I would like to win this, but it's a long ways to go, guys. Long ways to go.
There's just about 90 some odd laps to go here when you get the restart, I do believe. So,
yep. We got this.
Best of luck to you, Mr. Deutscher. So,
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wow, Blaney
Jason-
is 17 points to the good, even
Jason
though all the trouble.
Adams is in the waiting room.
Oh, well, we could get him in here.
As you see here, well, we get ready to go back green. Zach Deuscher with a heck of a restart there.
Bridgman
Bridgman.
falls right in line to second place. Randy in third. Yeah, he caught pretty much that whole outside lane sleeping on that restart. Zach did in that 21 machine.
Oh yeah, you see that battle behind Phillip there. Look at this big gaggle of cars here, Phil. I mean, Will. Yeah, three
Yes,
wide.
Not,
Oh boy.
not the first time.
Oh,
Looks like Lavin there getting a bit out of the groove, and had a little bit of a chuck up. Oh, we're still 3 wide again. 4 wide almost. Back to being 3 wide though. Oh man.
Lavin, she hanging strong there in P7. As we say
Yeah,
that.
once.
And there goes Carter again.
Where'd he go? Oh, that. Yep.
Funny.
Said there goes Carter again, and I'm just like, why? Where'd he go? And
You see here, getting loose on that outside as he tries.
do you think he might have had some help by Shelton right behind him, like right before we got there? Like maybe a little bit of help, or was that all on his own?
I don't know. He probably could have took the air off the back of him with as close as he was. These, like I said, well, these next gen cars are very, very unpredictable. So, oh, he really wasn't that close.
Yeah, just probably had that twitch of death.
Oh yeah, like Kevin Harvick. But as we're under yellow again. Oh wow, James Bryan up there and.
P2?
Mm-hmm. Tyler Myers will
Unless-
get his lap back. Good.
I kind of derailed my train of thought, but 6th caution in 64 laps here at New Hampshire. Pretty much half of the field couldn't join the race, unfortunately. That is a lot of unfortunateness there, Kyle. That is sad. Kind of sure you would have been a threat if you could have been able to grid up. It's been one doozy of a race at the moment. We've had a lot of short runs, I guess you could say. A lot of action within those short runs, but also, as you could see, 6 cautions.
Oh yeah, and a lot of it is because the overcorrect.
Either that or just possibly just putting too much wheel into their exit off the corner, and that's what's making them have that oversteer. And then whenever they go to overcorrect it, they just find themselves either in the lap of another driver or in the wall. So
You are correct.
unfortunately. Judson back up in the lead. Brian behind him. Duggar back there as well. Excuse me. You got Sanchez. So basically the three teammates of the 90s are up there with one another. Shelton trying to get back to the front. He's had a long way to get back to the front. He's been mired back in traffic. You know, sometimes once you get back in the traffic, it's hard to get back to the front.
You see there, all three teammates lined up on the bottom. It's just they don't know how the cars are going to handle here. And well, with less practice time, it just tends to be what it is. That's for sure.
Well, that sounds like a lot of personal problems, not like my problems, so. Sounds like they should have got some more practice. But anyway, here we're coming back to the restart here at lap 67.
All three teammates with a good jump.
Yes, indeed. It's almost like tonight's race. It's just about how many laps do you think we'll get before we see another one of those yellow flags? I like what Shelton did to his car. He put yellow wheels on his car. I guess to stand out a little bit more. He had white wheels earlier in the season. Deutscher already coming up through the field. As this battle for third place is just on fire. No other word at the moment. Big stack up right in front of James Bryan. But man, oh man, you just wonder if there is chaos about to ensue. Ooh, James got a bit close to Deutscher there. Oh, Shelton got loose, but he saved it. What a save by Shelton in that 73 Pepsi-Cola machine. Oh, but he crowded Hunsaker up the track into Sanchez. But I mean, I guess you know you gotta come back up on the track at some point in your life. My scoring tower disappeared again, Brian. Did you do that?
No.
Oh, yeah, it disappeared on me like Rey Mysterio.
There you go.
Ah, hey, look, it's back.
Oh, Randy, hang on there.
Ooh. Great save by the 19 car of Randy. We can just see how tough of a challenge New Hampshire Motor Speedway is. As, oh my, Hunsaker throws it alongside the Levine there. Man, I was
Lavin.
doing good all night. Yes, Lavin. Full sin moment for the 34 in turns 1 and 2 there on that lap. We will soon have 75 laps to go, Brian.
Oh yeah, still a lot of laps.
You know, while covering the SRU truck race last night, I noticed that once Lavin gets herself inside the top 10, she doesn't like to come out of the top 10. She likes to stay there, so just see how difficult of a time these guys might have in trying to get by her.
Oh yeah, you see Carter there fighting with the 52. As James Bryan isn't giving up.
And why should he? You know, he's got no reason to.
And that's what I said.
Unless, you know, his
great run tonight
his
by
tires
him.
are just... Indeed, he must have learned something last night that, oh man, Wrongich almost got into the back of the 92 of Bidinger,
Well, that kind of
but
looked
he
like
did.
Bininger was going to come down either way.
Well, yes. Sometimes the camera angles are a little bit deceiving. Oh, look at Sanchez. Look at the run that Sanchez has out of nowhere. That Clover Bank car just comes and takes a position away from Bridgman, and a caution is out here. 7th caution of the night coming out at lap 75. And Randy and Hunsaker probably. Randy threw it way down the inside. Oh, and he got loose. He straddled that bottom seam like we saw what happened earlier with Myers. Myers did that at the opposite end of the track. It may be a flat track, but there's still a tiny bit of banking here. And whenever you, kind of like what you said earlier, Brian, whenever you get all that momentum slung into the corner, it's kind of hard. Whenever the car decides to finally rotate, it will rotate all the way around. Pit stops happening here yet again under caution. Deutscher takes over the race lead with Sanchez. Bridgman, Lavin moves up inside the top 5 into 4th position. Shelton back up inside the top 5 now. So half the field pitted, half the field stays out. And with that, I will be right back.
Brian, I appreciate you bringing me in the booth here, sir.
Yes, sir. No problem. I'm just trying to...
Good afternoon, Will. How you doing, sir?
He stepped away real quick. Oh well, how would it? Seventh caution. These boys are just flinging these cars around, and they ain't letting it come to them. Zach Deutscher, Jaden, Phillip, Lavin, Shelton, Hunsaker, Judson, Duggar, Sellner, Brian. Not me, the other one. We'll round out your top 10 there. Who can
Yeah, I'll tell you, Brian, from experience, I was up there earlier, and you just got to feather that throttle coming out of turn just like ice out there. If you give it too much gas, you're going to just go around. And I've noticed tonight a lot of these guys, they're not feathering their throttle the way they should and just losing it on their own.
Oh yeah, that seemed to be the big issue here. Well, with these cars, as we were saying all night, the overcorrection of these cars are bad. So when you start to overcorrect it, it'll be a wild one, as we saw earlier.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've had some good racing. I mean, 3-wide racing, you know, it's been actually a good race so far.
By the way, Kyle said hello. And as Zach Deutscher gets that heck of a start there, Philip Bridgman goes to the inside. Be easy down there. It is very loose. But these cars, even with that front of the car, even with the bumper being flipped up a bit and put the air underneath, it's still, you know, a little iffy there, but you see Philip Brisbane with a great run to the back of the one. Caleb Shelton, a strong force every week that he's in here, applying pressure to the back of the 48. Oh,
Oh, he sends it down along the inside, almost gets into the back door of Sanchez. Oh, man. Great racing all the way around whenever we had been under green flag condition, just like Jason said a moment or two ago. Jason, I was going to ask some drivers that we were going to get to talk to about if they were not letting it roll the center enough, and you kind of answered my question when you were speaking about it. It seems like that has been the problem with some of the cautions here tonight. We have seen that they have just not been patient, and they either get back to the throttle too quickly, or they just don't have the steering wheel pointed in the direction you need it to coming off the corner, I guess you could say as well, Jason.
Yes, sir, absolutely. A lot of problems I've seen tonight was a lot of different braking points with each driver. Everybody got their own brake bias set at a certain percentage than others. Some's overdriving the turn as they go in. Some's not feathering the throttle when they come out. So it makes for an interesting race, that's for sure.
Indeed, it does, especially whenever you got, 15, 20 some odd drivers with different lifting and braking points. That always throws a wrench into it. Shelton finally got past Bridgman, and let's see if he can be mistake-free from this point on. He's had a lot of mistakes since giving up the lead. He's just been, I guess you could say, like you said a while ago, driving on ice on the exits. We've seen a lot of drivers just slipping, especially on the exit of turn 2. Jason, could you talk about how treacherous that exit can be?
Well, from experience, Will, I was out there a little bit ago racing with these guys, and all of a sudden, you just give it a little bit of gas, and I went around. Luckily, I didn't cause a caution. I was able to gather it back up and continue on. But, these turns, man, you just got to be careful, feather that gas coming out, and that's one thing that I've noticed a lot of these guys is not doing. A lot of them's kind of getting impatient because they want to get that spot, but impatient can get you in trouble out there.
Indeed, real quick and in a hurry if you're not patient. And patience is a big key in all forms of motorsport, but stock car racing really can be the biggest one where you need the patience the most, especially at a track like New Hampshire. It's a mile track, but it plays more so of a short track mentality or characteristics to it. As you see, Jacob Carter had a handful battling with the 71. The 71 comes over to somewhat defend and attack the position back, trying to get back around the outside, but lost a bit of momentum, but looks like it gathered it back. Going to get a good run down the back straightaway.
Oh, Phil locks him up as he gets a bump to the 34.
Oh.
34 saves it, and they still keep going.
Hunsacker drove it deep into turn 3, locked it up, and then Bridgman just, I guess, was a deer in the headlights type of look whenever he got to the 34, and everybody behind him are trying to do some evasive maneuvering, but just, man, a whole lot of log jamming going on is what's going on.
Oh, yeah. James Bryan having a great run tonight. As you know, he's part of SRU. Those guys are fantastic. Make sure you tune into those guys every Friday in the trucks. Great group of guys out there. They come over here. Oh, whoa, wrong itch does give a shot to James. Don't know how. Yes, Randy, these cars are a handful. They're brutal. It's just...
Oh, Randy, don't tell me you're out of the race, too.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, man. A race that is slowly becoming of attrition.
That's what I was trying to say to the guys. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, come on now.
You don't always have to do that. It doesn't matter if they're in the playoffs or not. Just still go out there and run. I tell
Yeah, run your race.
don't worry about the
It's
guys in the playoffs. Just run your
yeah,
race
they got to
just
run their
like
own
they do in
race.
real life. It is
Yeah,
very snappy. It is. It's. I done practice and it just wants to snap loose off
it
the corners there.
looks very evil handling coming, especially off of turn 2. Turn 4 doesn't look that bad, but
Hey, Will, someone you need to keep an eye on tonight. That's going to be Kevin Roy. I know he's in the playoffs. He's a driver that likes to hang in the back. Currently, he's running the 15th right now. I think he's just saving his tires and just waiting to the end, and you'll see him, I'm pretty sure, in the top 10 by the end of the night with a possible top 5 finish.
yes, Kevin Roy and a couple of others, but Kevin Roy especially, he reminds me of someone who just tries to stay on the lead lap for the majority of the race, and whenever it becomes time to, pick up some spots or maybe, get inside the top 5, even top 10, it is that part of the race he decides to go, and I agree, we should see him whenever it gets time for that closing time or the pay time. See Kevin Roy making some moves. He's always one that just kind of waits, lingers, just bides his time, and that harpers back to being patient. You just got to be patient.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kevin, he runs in the SRU league, and he hangs back in the back in them races, and I can be in the top 5, top 10, and Kevin nowhere around all night long, and he just comes out of nowhere with 50 to go. He's in the top 5, top 10. I'm like, Kevin, where'd you come from? He said, I'm just chilling in the back, saving my stuff.
And sometimes you got to do that. And some drivers just don't know how to conserve. They just know how to go from the drop of the green. Tyler Myers, he was 5 laps down. Indeed, another great save by the 52. But Tyler Myers, he was, I believe, 5 laps down at one point. But if we get another caution, he'll be back on the lead lap. Let's see if he could get that car back into contention. Deutscher back into the lead, Duggar a half a second behind. Then we have Jaden Sanchez, that young whippersnapper, up into 3rd place. We've noted on Shelton clawing his way back inside the top 5. Jacob Carter rounds out the top 5. Then he's got Bidinger in the 92 in 6th position, and Bridgman, who has basically been around in that 7th spot pretty much almost all of the race. Judson, who's had an up and down race, in the 9th position, and Brianna Lavin in the 71 machine rounds out the top 10. She really doesn't like giving up a top 10 run once she has got it. We saw that last night, and we're seeing that again this night.
Oh yeah, when she gets up there, she's. Oh man, yeah, that's all Yodas. I think all the Yodas are.
Oh my goodness! What the? Bruh.
I think the only one left is Bell and Hamlin. Yep, so that means Kyle Busch is out.
Well, my commentating is done for the night, apparently. My English just broke it. Duggar has closed the gap down to Deutscher pretty convincingly. It was a half a second, but now it's just down to a couple of tenths of a second. Right there, almost on the trunk lid of that 21 Richmond water heaters. I'm trying not to look at all the depression of Kyle Heath's comment. I believe that's Kyle.
Well, Will, looks like Hunsaker has kind of given up for the night. He looks like he's left the server. I guess.
Oh, man. Another competitor out of the race. That is, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what, 8? Oh, man. 8 drivers. 2 of them technically couldn't find the grid, and the others just something dumb did happen, or they just said, "Hey, I've had enough of the magic mile. There's no magic here for me." Almost 50 laps to go, about to be 50. We're on lap 99 of 150.
I don't even know. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I don't even, I guess, have to tune back into the actual Bristol race, I guess.
50 to go.
Yep. If it stays green, we're going to see some green flag pit stops, but that's a big if. Two-letter word, biggest question ever. Man.
Yeah, it's upset to see Kyle Busch, and unfortunately he's going to be eliminated.
We're not going to talk about it, okay? We're not talking about it. Just like, Truex ain't in the playoffs, so why talk about that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shelton's making his first round of pits under green.
Wow. So, just as I spoke, man, I love it. I wonder, though, if Shelton would be able to make it on fuel from this distance. Jason, you were just out there on track with these guys. How much were you getting on a full tank of gas, do you remember?
Well, to be honest with you, Will, I didn't even actually make a full fuel run, so I don't want to lie and say you'll get a certain amount of laps, but that is a good question. Does he have enough? But I think he will have enough with just under 50 laps to go. The next question is, does he have the tires to make it?
Yes, that is one thing for sure. Tires can be a even bigger factor at a place like New Hampshire. Can be an abrasive track. Just eats away at the tires. Your tire fall off here could be drastic, at least 2.5 seconds at least.
And that's where entering these turns, overdriving these turns will play a big factor. Also, coming out of the turns, especially turn 2, it's like ice coming out there. You just got to feather that throttle. You can easily scuff them tires up pretty quickly and just not know it.
Make them whine and cry on you real quick. And you don't want that. Duggar trying to find a way around Deutscher, it looks like. It kind of did. He's still there. He's lurking. He's just playing with him in his mirror. That's all he's doing. Yes, 45 laps to go. Oh, we have another pit taker. Who was that? Lavin?
Yep.
Lavin just coming down pit road.
Oh. All right. So, for sure.
I think you're going to have Jaden Sanchez coming in the pit now.
Yep. He's making his pit. So, actually getting to see a round of green flag cycle pit stops here at New Hampshire. I was kind of coming into this race thinking it was almost going to be a wreck fest or caution fest, but I guess things turned out to be different as Duggar looks for the lead on Deutscher and Shelton looking for his lap back at the same time. Will Shelton? Indeed he does. Oh man, that could have been costly. Let's see. Ooh, Duggar almost walked up the track into Deutscher, but he was able to point her back down the hill. I almost think Deutscher should come in the next couple of laps because you can see the fresh tire equivalent that Caleb has over the race leaders at the moment. getting himself back on the lead lap. So I think this is going to play right into Shelton's hands, actually.
Looks like Smalls is fixing to take it down pit road.
Are you still on the sim?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's nice. I got like a third eye.
I got you covered, Will.
Yeah, you're like a good little spotter guy. Except everyone gets to hear you, not just me.
Yeah.
You know, like how like I got like an extra producer. Anyway,
Yes, Jason is getting the brownie points.
oh well, you know,
Sounds like it.
That's what Kyle said.
Hey guys, this has been a lot of fun. I mean, you know, I don't never get into broadcast booths, but I've actually enjoyed this little bit of time. I'm actually getting to spend with you guys.
yes, this 70 some odd laps here that you get to come hang out. The door is always open. It's kind of like a church. Well, I guess now in the modern times, churches have started to lock their doors, but you know what I meant there. It's well, I mean, it's not always. I shouldn't say that it's not always open to just anyone, but sometimes back before, whenever me and Brian were I guess kind of starting out, we didn't have the broadcast booth locked in the
Oh,
BNR.
Myers. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Well, this is going to change things up, guys.
Drastically. That is, man, that's a lot of depression, and you just hate to see it. I don't know what else to say there. Myers just got it completely wrong going into turn 3 and found the whole entire deck lid of the 52 machine. Oh my goodness, he came in from a whole nother county. Man.
If I'm looking at this right, guys, it's like we only got 12 cars on the lead lap right now.
Man. Shelton barely got by that, too, it looks like. He got through it. Like, he went in between Myers and Brian, but... Well, I guess he had the Longhorns on his hood. I guess he wanted to horn somebody out the way.
Well, I do believe pit road's probably going to be a little busy here.
I just don't know what to say there, besides what I've already did. Anyway, I guess Mom always said if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing good at all. Let's go check back in on that other depression race that we were talking about.
No, that's right.
Well, at least, you know, let's see who's in the lead.
Looks like Philip Bridgman overshot his pit stall. He had to back up.
Oh, that does not surprise me.
Duggar,
Every
Dorsher,
time.
Carter, Bittinger, Judson, Bridgman, Sellner, Roy.
How hard do you think Deutscher would fight for a win, even though he's not running for a championship, but he always seems to have a top 5 car, top 3 car? Do you think he might apply more pressure than normal, Brian?
Yes, I would say it is good. Just because they're in the playoffs, you still want to go out there, run your race, and do your best to upset the playoff drivers and make it a lot more harder for them to go into round 2. I will not just give up and just give it away. So, if I'm Deutscher, I would just run my race and continue to fight hard with the 90, make it hard for him and everybody else. So, like I said, Duggar's playoffs, Carter, Bittinger, Judson, Bridgman, Sellner, Roy. Shelton's already advanced, so he ain't got nothing to worry about. Carber's in. Then Smalls, and I do race, and that's tomorrow there, Kyle. I'll see you out on track.
I'd like to say something real quick. We talked about 45 laps ago about Kevin Roy. Well, it looks like he's done worked his way up in the top 10. He's sitting ninth right now, so he's looking pretty good to end this thing.
Oh yeah, Kevin Roy always does very good, especially on those last few laps. He's the hard charger towards the end, so another 10 laps and we will be coming up on 25 to go. So all those wave rounds, Kevin Roy P8, I do believe, or is it now? I think he's P9. Yeah, he's P9. And Brian, then Lavin, then Carver, then Rongich, and Smalls. There's 14 drivers on the lead lap. But Carter's sitting in a good spot there. So that'll be that. As they get ready to come back to green, you see there Duggar with a great run. To Zach Deuscher, still on his rear end. You got Carter on the inside, Phillip on the outside on P4. Good run for Phil tonight. But you got Carter going to attempt to take that P4 away from Phil as they come over here and duke it out. Jacob Carter on the bottom, looking to get by Philip Bridgman there. As Philip still puts the fight up with Carter. Jacob Carter having a great run tonight. So is Philip. Every points matter here. Gain as much as you can to go into the next round. But if I'm Carter, I'm going to be taking a little bit more easier on that bottom lane there. These cars do not like that bottom lane. That is for sure. You see Philip Bridgman still sticking to the outside where the grip is at. But slowly getting a little loose there with the little air push on the 73.
Like you're fixing to have a battle for the lead.
Indeed. But, oh man, 3 wide there for 5th position? 4th?
Yep.
Oh man, both RCR cars just, I had Austin Dillon getting out in the first round, but I didn't see Reddick. Anyway, back to the actual race. Yeah, Deuscher trying to apply pressure to Duggar to get by Duggar, hopefully to win this race. But it is a bar fight for 4th position on back, it seems. Everybody wants to be in the top 5. We've got kind of a conga line, it seems. Shelton and Bridgman back there having a brawl for 6th position. But Deuscher trying to do everything that Duggar did earlier to him. Just apply, get that mirror full, maybe just hiking in or out. Get in the head of Duggar.
Well, Will, who do you got tonight? Who do you think's going to bring this thing home tonight?
Oh man, it is. I know it's closing in on 25 laps to
Got
go.
loose.
Yes, Deuscher had a big moment, got over one of the bumps there on the exit of turn 4, and that really upsetted the front end of that car. Really had to catch it. But I almost want to pick Deuscher just because of how good he can be. But Carter seems to have finally got the car jotted down and running in the top 5 finally, he had his hands full earlier tonight. I would have to go with either Deutscher or Carter, but who would you have to pick if you were going to pick someone, Jason?
Well, honestly, I was looking at Dorsher. Looks like he was having a good run there until he just had that slip up. Let's see if he can catch back up. Looks like he's clicking off the seconds pretty good. He looks like he's about to pull back up on him.
Yes, once Deutscher can just get his head back in the game, to get back running those consistent laps, that's all it takes for him to run somebody down.
Just
And
like
it always
that.
takes Duggar to make a mistake, just like Dusher. You know.
Yes, you can call him Doucher. He doesn't mind.
No,
Surprisingly.
everybody's so used to. Well, you know, I think it's because everybody's so used to calling him it. So he actually laughs at it. I know that's a
Yes.
hell of a name to say because the way it's actually sound isn't the way it's spelled. Don't feel bad. I've done it multiple times. So
I think it's like Austrian or like German descent or something.
German.
That looks like Dusher's trying to look in the bottom. Looks like he's fixing to take the lead here within the next 5 laps.
Only time can tell at this point. Alfer says getting there and passing are two completely different things. We have seen Deutscher drive back to Duggar after making his mistake on the exit of turn 4 a handful of laps ago.
Well, coming up on 25 to go. If I'm Deutscher, I would just ride around, conserve what you got, but still apply the pressure to Duggar and try to get him to mess up some way you can, or maybe even give him a little bump. Just like probably what he's about to do. No, he didn't. He was nice.
Thinking it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but Deutscher still has a lot of time if he... Ooh.
And guys, don't count out another caution. I'm pretty sure with these guys, with these older tires, they're going to start overdriving it and end up spinning it out.
I could probably name about 4 of the top 10 that I could see just overdriving it and bringing out a caution. But I'm not going to name any names, so I'm just going to keep it to myself. Carter and Shelton having a battle for 5th position. Shelton also Bridgman in that fight as well. James Sellner trying to come up, throw his hat into the ring. Good battle here in the closing laps for the top 5 position.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a driver that I thought would have had a good handle at this track, a good handle on his car, was Rongich. We saw him a lot this evening, but all for the wrong reasons. Just never could get a handle on the car to make it a top 5 or race-winning machine. That's unfortunate because just
Oh, and
about
there
everywhere
it
else
goes.
Oh! Did
Yeah.
Deutscher send Duggar around, or did Duggar get loose coming out of turn 2?
Looks like Duggar got loose coming out of turn 2.
As we ride on board here with Zach here, we'll take a look. Well, and that's what I was talking about. Apply the air to the back of these cars, and that's what will happen. So there was nothing that Zach could have done. It happened right in front of him.
Yeah, Duggar just started to lose control coming out of the corner, and possibly like what Jason noted earlier about not being patient enough to get back to the throttle, wanted a bit impatient possibly on Duggar's behalf. As far as him exiting the corner, he got back onto the throttle and the car just started to step out. So 20 laps remaining, and we're going to have Deutscher and Carter stay out. Myers will get the wave around. He gets back on the lead lap. Looks like we're going to talk to the second place runner at the moment, Jacob Carter.
Hi.
Hello, Alabamian. How are you doing?
Horrible.
Well, why didn't you pit there for fresh rubber?
I ain't got no more.
Interesting. So you have already made your bed and you're lying in it. Whenever you've been around racing with people in this race, Jacob, how have you felt about the racing?
Hard racing for sure, but once someone gets on your quarter panel, it gets really, really tight. Just like y'all saw a while ago with me and Phil, he was on my quarter panel, and it just made it tight. So it's definitely something.
So you definitely have enough fuel to go the distance as well?
Oh, definitely. I don't know. That's why I was thinking like why everybody went in for tires or fuel, but I'm good on
Fresh
fuel.
rubber.
Yeah.
Fresh rubber. You'll
Yeah,
see you'll notice the big difference. Well, I mean, I still do see that your good years are still on that car and it hasn't been faded away yet. So I think you should get a little bit more out of it. So it'll cool.
I know
them
you were
tires
struggling. I know you were struggling earlier, Jacob, in this race, like way earlier, even after the halfway point as well. But it seemed like before that caution came out, you were getting somewhat a handle on your car. Do you have a handle on that race car?
Right now with this new rubber still wearing, no. Once the tire gets worn down a little bit more, I'll probably be a little bit faster. But right now it's just a stick in the mud.
All right. Well, best of luck to you coming up on this restart, Jacob.
All right, appreciate it.
Appreciate it. You.
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, guys, it looks like it could be anybody's race right now.
Indeed, Deutscher needs to get a great restart here. 9th caution of this evening. Can we get 10?
Probably.
Deutscher had... Last time Deutscher was in the lead, he had a excellent restart. So...
Well, I don't know. He's going to have that 90 behind him, and I don't think he's going to be a little bit too happy of what had happened. But like we said earlier, that was not Deutscher's fault. That was the 90's fault. Overcorrected it, and just, you can't oversteer these cars because then, boom, here you sit.
Lavin trying to get back inside the top 10. Let's see if she can do it in the closing 16 laps to go. And Deutscher gets an excellent jump on this restart. So Carter trying to hang with him. Can we stay green for 15 and a half more laps? 3 wide. Shelton, Rongich, and Smalls.
Oh, Labby got loose.
Smalls had to walk it up the track almost into Selner. Had to really check up. And yes, Lavin off the pace. That's unfortunate to see. We're really hoping they could bounce back into the top 10. Oh, man. 92. Bidinger really trying to chop Shelton off. James trying to figure out which lane he wants to be in for turn 3. 3 wide yet again, somewhat, just about. Yes, no at all. And Deutscher has a decent gap back to Carter. That second place battle ensuing with Duggar. Judson trying to throw himself up there, almost 3 wide for second place.
And Zach's eyes, he's saying, go ahead, keep battling. Let me pull away.
Yes. Go for it. Stay side by side. Go 3 wide. Throw it up on the inside.
Oh, we got a
Car on
car
the
in the
wall.
wall on the front stretch.
Oh, no caution at the moment. I believe that was Bidinger. No, it wasn't. Bidinger. Yes, it was. No, I can't tell.
Yeah, that was Bidinger.
Yeah, it was Bidinger.
Okay, thank you. Right there, going into turn 1 on the front stretch, that camera, it made his car look a darker blue than what it is. So
Jacob doing everything he can to secure that second position wheel from Shelton. But Jacob does know that these boys are on freshies, but you know Carter, like I do. He is going to go out there. He's going to give these boys hell. He's going to do everything he can to hold them back.
Yes, make his car 5 lanes wide as possible. Judson can't get away around him. Shelton kind of got the door closed on him as Jacob came back up the track. Deutscher just about had a moment. Oh, that is some hard racing there for second place. Like you said, those guys have significantly fresher tires, it seems, than the 20 car. Wrongage. He came out of nowhere and popped his way back inside the top 5. Oh, contact is made between the 20 and the 88 as they scramble. Oh, Shelton gets turned. They scrambled down the back straightaway. James Sellner got into the back of the 20. 20 goes around. Tyler Myers gets collected into it. He just got back on the lead. Wow! Josh, that was uncalled for. Josh turned into Danica Patrick and said, "Hey, I need to be a part of this crash."
Well, let's go ahead and see how far back he was. Look.
He just came off the turn 2, and they're wrecking way down in front of him. He had so much time. Let's just criticize Josh here severely. As, when he went to go put on the brakes, the car just goes to the right, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm here now." What are you doing, Josh? Did you just get your iRacing license today? No. So why are you doing this? Anyway.
Deutscher's in the pits. First place is in the pits, guys.
Yes, Deutscher in the pits. So,
I don't know if you guys noticed right before that caution, Judson was coming up pretty quick on about to be a lead change.
yes, it seemed he was coming awful quick, like you mentioned. He was going to get there.
I know he hated to see this caution.
Well, this does kind of eliminate some competitors that were on the lead lap.
A couple of playout drivers were involved in that. Here's one.
I thought a handful of them were.
Phil
Tyler
got by
Myers
it.
said, "Here, let me get on the brakes." And whenever he got on the brakes, it was like, "I'm going to be in the crash too."
Curious if Deutscher took fresh tires or if he had anything left there.
I think with as much as he stayed out all night, he's most definitely had a set left. So where's he going to line back up at? Looks like
He's coming out ninth place. Yes, sir.
So would he have enough time? We know how quick his pace can be. But would he have enough time to get up there and make a battle for the win? And there's Philip Bridgman just riding comfortably in 3rd place at the moment. James Sellner in 4th position right behind him.
Good evening, Phil.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, no.
10th caution of the night. Looks like you are finally in the position that you want to be in. Do you think you were in the catbird seat?
I've definitely had a great car like all night, but I've been back and forth so many different times. It's hard to tell what's going to happen.
Well, super short run here. You think we'll have a green-white checkered, or do you think we'll go green to the end?
I'm hoping it just goes green right to the end, but I don't know. We just gotta have to see.
Well, best of luck to you. You got a couple of hard chargers there on the front row in front of you, so let's just see what you'll have in store for us, starting in that third position there, Phil.
I definitely appreciate it, and I'm hoping the best. That's for sure. You guys have a good one.
You too. Hopefully Philip can time this restart. And playoff drivers all in the top 5. My apologies, Carver is in the playoffs as well, so all the way up in the top 8 you have playoff drivers, and then Deutscher is in 9th position, restarting there. So pace car, Ford Mustang, iRacing pace car peels off, and we got another restart. Judson got a good hole shot. Rongich wasn't able to cross him over. It looked like he was looking for a crossover.
Oh, we got another wreck, guys.
Ooh, wreck in the back.
Two SRU boys.
Oh, looks like Kevin Roy's on his roof, guys.
Oh, that is sad to hear. He was running inside the top 10 or just outside the top 10 when this... Oh, James Bryan and Kevin had a coming together. And they... Oh, ooh. Lost the steering, went down into the infield, hit the tire wall, and then did some type of kick flip, back flip. That was weird.
It's like Kevin got a little loose coming out of the turn, guys. Got to the
yes, he
right quarter panel of James Bryan, causing that.
Yes, he did. Got just ever so slightly. The back end slipped out from underneath him and came down into James and thus collected James. This gives Philip another cat's life. And looks like we're going to talk to James Selner from up there in Peoria.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, James. Running inside the top 5 in the closing stages of this race. Do you think you can hang on for a top 5 finish?
I think so, but you guys know better than I did. I think I got into Carter there, and he deserves this position more than I do.
I mean, he probably deserved getting ran over as well, so it's all right in the long run. You were well deserving of whatever finish you get. I would say, James, it's okay. It's part of racing. You're going to get into people. The past is the past, and it's, basically a green-white checkered, I think, here. So do you think you have anything to maybe, if Judson and Rongich get together, you think you could dispose of that 48 and maybe win this race?
I think me and Philip is going to be where it's at for the third place position. Those two guys are really, really strong, but if they do happen to bend it, then I hope I can take advantage of it. Yes, right now, I'm just focused on getting a good restart behind Mr. Rongich and hopefully beating Phil back to the line.
I figured you would have a good run here tonight because of the dirt racing background that you come from. Just being patient, getting back to the throttle. Could you talk about that just a little bit here while we're under caution, James?
Yeah, I mean, I've messed up a little bit myself, but it is a whole lot of patience getting back in that throttle, especially if you're in the second groove or even the bottom. You can't even get back into it at all. Kind of waiting until I almost get straightened out before I'm full throttle. I'm about 3/4 on exit and then full throttle, on out. But, once I get the car straight, because I'm more throttle on straightaway, and with the car straight than I am anything else.
Well, best of luck to you, James, on this green-white checkered attempt. Thanks for talking to us tonight.
Thank you for bringing me up.
Always a pleasure. Yes, we beamed him up like Scotty. Caleb Shelton, it would be surprising to see how aggressive he could be on this restart. That's the pole sitting man, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I'm trying to remember. It's been
yes.
so long, I can't remember. Okay, yep. It's Shelton indeed, the pole sitter. I try to keep track of all the pole sittingness.
Playoffs, baby. It's going to happen.
Playoff, baby. Dig fat towel here. Oh, Judson and Rongich looks like they made some door-to-door contact getting into turn one. Rongich still looking for the crossover as Selner trying to attack the 48. Can they make it back around to the white flag? That's all they really need to see. Deuscher might be kicking himself in the butt for making that pit stop earlier, but he possibly needed to. White flag is in the air. Judson, Rongich, Selner, they're all there. Oh, man. Teammates door-to-door into turn one. Shelton might get a run on the outside. I believe there's a wreck right behind this crew.
Brianna just spun it out, guys, in the back.
Okay, that's what done did happen. Rongich right there on Judson. Who's it going to be coming to the line? Coming out of turn four. It is going to be Judson, it looks like. Very close finish. Oh my, Lanta and Phillip tries to take out Deuscher after the checkered flag, and he does, succeeding. Those two are friends. It's all good in the hood. It's okay. It's after the checkered. It's okay. So Sean Judson edges out Zachary Rongich, who, if you would have told me at the start of this race he's going to finish second, I would have laughed your face off. James Selner, oh my goodness, looks like we get to talk to him again. Philip Bridgman was not able to hold them off and finish in that third position. Zach Deuscher able to drive from 9th up to 4th. Just didn't have enough time after putting on another set of tires. So, Cole Duggar, Scott Bittinger, those two teammates were having fun with each other on the closing laps. Jaron Carber and Caleb Shelton. James Bryan, that's the top 10. Jason, what did you think of this race tonight? I thought, the green flag racing was pretty great. We did have 11 cautions, I do believe, but other than that, I thought it was a good shindig of a New Hampshire race.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great battles from first to last. 3 wide. A lot of challenges out there for these guys, especially with the tire wear, fuel mileage, and some of the guys that actually pitted early to try to get ahead. And then we had that late caution. But overall, great race.
Indeed, Jason, thoughts agreed.
Some of these guys out here, I noticed the last 20 laps, they was pushing a little bit harder than they were with 50 laps to go, which we all do. It's part of the game to get that position there at the end.
Yes, all part of the game of racing, or the sport of racing, just trying to get all you can get in the closing stages.
Yeah, I think Jacob's a little upset tonight. He's gotten kind of taken out 3 races in a row, and I think he's just a little disappointed.
Anyway, Mr. Sean, how are you?
Oh, I'm shaking. those last couple laps with Zach, they were nerve-wracking.
Yes, looked like there might have been some contact there on the restart between you and Rongich, but other than that, great drive to hold him off and fend him off. Sean, just tell us about your experience tonight this race, and just tell us what led to getting the victory here tonight.
New Hampshire's always been a good track for me. It drives a little like a dirt track, especially off the corners with how loose the car is, so you have to be real careful on the throttle. Just taking tires at the right times, getting us track position, which is key here because it's so hard to pass.
So, was there contact between you and Rongich on that restart?
I think there might have been a little bit, especially when I got into one a little too hot and it got a little loose, and I think I might have come down onto him.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. I'll have to check the replay after I get off track here.
What was your thoughts about the overall green flag racing that was occurring throughout the night?
I thought it was good. I mean, we did have a couple incidents, early especially. We had them stacked right on top of each other, getting 6-lap runs in. But overall, the run was pretty good. I mean, it gave strategy calls, which is always good to see people running different strategies. Sometimes that's what you have to do to win.
This for sure locked you in to the next round. This was an elimination race, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yes.
But so this helps you contend and fight a little bit longer for a championship here in the BNR Cup Series. Just explain and give us your thoughts on that.
Looking forward to it. Pocono's the ultimate goal, but have to take it one race at a time, and this definitely will help getting through the next round.
Any more thoughts about tonight's race here at New Hampshire, or maybe some shout-outs?
The race was good. Like I said, we had some long green flag runs, different strategies with people pitting earlier and whatnot. So I thought the race was good. Shout-outs, Team Outlaw Motorsports. BJ up on the box doing a great job calling for all three of us. Teammates Cole, Scott, AJ, always helping me get better. Sponsors, Juddy Designs, KDC Photography, W Energy. We just picked up Speed Ranch E-Setups and Beard Tube Beard Oil.
There you go.
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight, Sean. Hopefully we'll see you out there next week, and hopefully you can have a good run next week as well.
I'm hoping so. Do you know what track we're at next week? Michigan.
Yes, it'll be Michigan.
I'm looking forward to
what's
that.
your thoughts going? Okay, looking forward to some
another good track for me in these cars.
Pretty spacey. Got some banking there as well.
Definitely
Fast
different
speed.
lines to run. You can run low, you can run high.
Well, Sean, congratulations on your win tonight. Just curious, on longer green runs, how was your tire wear?
Early I was trying to save. And then the first long green flag run we had, I didn't take tires to the pit before that run. So I was kind of at a disadvantage, but once you get a good 25, 30 laps on the tires, they kind of even out between fresh and, 15, 20 lap old tires. So I was running maybe a tenth off of Cole, who was in the lead at the time.
Sounds good, Sean. Well, congratulations on your win tonight. I guess you're going to celebrate that one tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem,
thank you guys for putting the league on and doing the broadcast.
Right on. We appreciate it. We do our best every week to bring whatever we can to you boys and all that. But awesome win, locking yourself into round 2. Great job, and look forward to see what you got next week.
Thank you.
Mr. Rongich.
What's up, guys?
An up
So,
and down night for you.
Yes, it
Yes.
was.
Very big up and down night. Zach, just explain how you miraculously found your way inside the top 5 in the closing laps of the race, and Joey Logano having a tire problem now, finally. Anyway, yes, Mr. Rongich, just explain how much of a pain this race was to start off for you, and then just explain the rest.
Yeah, I mean, hell, by lap 50, I wanted to quit. I I made a mistake right away, got loose. I knew I had too much wheel into it. You're trying to get back in the throttle and it snaps. It's too flat, but got in the wall and I was fine. I just lost some positions and whatever. And then I think I was going to go past somebody, and then he got loose outside of me, and he hit me, and I went down the grass and spun out, and I don't know what it was. I kept getting hit after my first mistake. I kept getting hit or something would happen, but the car still handled fine. I didn't lose straightaway speed or whatever. I mean, I'd have at one point I had like a minute and 30 seconds of damage, and my alignment was off, but it was still fast. So I don't know, it just didn't crumble. Like the cookie didn't crumble, and I kept fixing it, and then I would restart 18th and drive up to 7th, and then I would sit in the pits or something, vice versa, and I'd go right back to the back. I mean, I feel like I went through the field like 4 or 5 times. But that's a good example of why you don't give up.
Michigan is next week, Zach. How do you feel about the chances going into Michigan and everything?
I feel pretty good. I like that track. It's a tough one because you can have a really good car, but the draft can bring everybody back. So it's just tough. You gotta. It's kind of like a good pack racing or what have you. But yeah, I just qualify good, stay up there, and don't make any mistakes. And I keep making my own damn mistakes. I gotta fight through. So gotta stop doing that.
Well, anything else you'd like to add about tonight's race, or maybe give some shout-outs there, Zach?
Yeah, shout out RKR and shout out you guys and shout out to Sean there, and just want to show that's how you race a leader. And yeah, it was a good race. He ran a good race.
Well, congratulations on being able to claw your way back to second place after the tremendous start you had.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And if you needed to remember what we were talking about earlier, the guy you want to get a hold of is Jason Rayer. So after this, he can go ahead and get you set up for Sunday. So.
Okay.
Yes,
sir, Zach. Congratulations on your second place finish tonight. One heck of a race out there with you guys tonight. Think if you had a couple more laps, you think you could took Sean?
I was on the inside. He'd have to make a mistake. I mean, I was rolling the inside pretty good the whole race, passing wise. But he was racing. I had to get on the outside, and I did going in there to 1, but I got loose and washed up. So I drove it in pretty hard because I was barely on the outside of him, and I needed to get more so that he could stay down there. And then I think I would have got him pretty easily. But it's just I got loose, washed up, and then I got to run and had to take the inside and just see what I could do from there.
Absolutely. Just curious. I know the race is over now, but in the back of your mind, were you thinking of a bump and a run?
No, I wasn't gonna hit him. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't need it like that. If I think I was first in points going into this, and I don't know if I will be on to the next round, but that's fine. I just gotta
got it all figured out. You're into the next round because you won.
Right. I knew I was into the next round. I just didn't know if I would be first, second. I didn't need it like that.
Brad Keselowski now got a flat tire. Come on.
Well,
bruh.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't gonna hit him. No, if it was gonna be it, if I ever made contact, it's because I made a mistake. But I wasn't gonna purposely hit him.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight, Zach. Take it home, celebrate it, and good luck at Michigan next week.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Last but not least, the man himself. If I can get this right here.
Cool.
Well, here we are again.
Yes, sir.
You done it, and you talked about getting by Mr. Bridgman nice and clean. You done that, so that's always good. Well, good to see you home in the top 3 here. Like always, it's your first one in a while, I do believe.
It's my first or second one of the year. I think I got the 500 pre-race, and then this is the only other time I've been in the top 3.
Yes, sir. Overall, let me tell the fans watching at home how the overall race was and your overall performance of your car.
Other than still feeling like an idiot about the Carter incident, the car ran pretty good. The BNR and the ATS Chevy, well, technically this one's a Mercedes, ran pretty good. Other than that, it's I got lucky because I did lean a lot on my dirt track experience around this thing, so I was able to handle the car even when it was loose early on. Other than that, yeah, it was a great race. I mean, honestly, I was expecting a few more cautions, but we ran clean. Everybody pretty well ran clean all race long, so everything was great, really.
James, how was your car on the longer green flag run? Did it kind of get loose on you, or pretty much stayed the same?
Actually, I loved the longer green flag run because I was talking to my teammate, and when he went into the pits, he was at 49% on his tires, and I still had 77%. I was taking care of the tires real well, so it was still real fast even on the longer run. I was trying to roll in, I forgot one of the 90 cars. I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, especially on the long green flag run, I was making money on that one.
Yeah, you could actually watch the race tonight. Notice some guys, they was hanging out in the back there, and they wasn't trying to be out front. They was trying to save their stuff, and it was very fortunate for you to save your stuff to come back to finish third tonight.
Yeah, I got lucky. I had made an early pit call that I saved a set of tires and I didn't come in, and it just so happened we had a 30-lap run or whatever it was, and I was like 10 laps from having forced to come in. We had a caution, and really that set me up because everybody else got a lap down that had pitted.
Yes, sir. It's absolutely necessary to save that set of tires as a reserve for the end because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Well, you got anything for... Oh.
Well, any shout-outs or anything tonight you want to give anybody?
Well, once again, I got to thank you guys, the BNR Racing Network, because I switched back and forth, but you guys are a sponsor of mine as well as the ATS car that I was running tonight. Other than that, Kebab Paints, he's the one that does all my paints on my cars, so you got to give a shout out to him. He's also my son. As other people start saying, I better start saying, I really appreciate the wife for letting me spend the time on here that I do to do it. And once again, with you guys running this great league with pretty awesome drivers in it.
Michigan's next week, James. How do you feel about going into Michigan?
I actually like Michigan, so this should be a lot of fun to be able to go into there and have a good run. Because we should have long green flag runs, nice wide track, long track. Be a lot of fun.
Oh yes, I agree with you on that. Hopefully, we just didn't jinx ourselves though. But you never can tell once we get there, though. But congratulations on the great run tonight. I was expecting at least a top 10, top 5. I wasn't expecting a third place, but you surprised me. That's for sure, James. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And hopefully, we can see another good run out of you next week at Michigan.
Hey, let's go for that win next week in that BNR Racing Network car, that black and white Chevy Camaro.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it, for sure.
All right, bud.
All
Great
the
job
strategy
there.
needed.
Thank you.
No problem. We'll give it to you in a bit.
All right.
Well, you go ahead and you do your phenomenal thing that you always love doing towards the end.
Oh, you're going to let me close it out tonight, eh? Well, for Jason Adams coming and being a part of the rest of the broadcast for about 70 laps with us, appreciate that. That was fun to have Jason here. I appreciate him coming and being a part of that while he had the extra time, I suppose you could say. Brian Huntley, as always.
Oh my God, you said my name.
Yep. Myself, William Roberts. We'd like to thank everybody who came out and tuned in to this BNR Cup Series race at New Hampshire. Turned out to be quite an extravaganza. Gotta say that. really fast. But anyway, we would like to thank everybody who tuned in, came out, and tomorrow night you can tune in to the SRU Cup Series on Max Speed TV on YouTube. But anyway, for us on the BNR Racing League Racing Network, that is it for us, and we would like to say good night and good day.